Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns. On the return, Corey Ballantyne. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A., Jared Goff.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
They find some open field here. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally.
First play of the drive, excellent run. Just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another first down.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Now Goff. He finds his man Johnson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snootful, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Line of scrimmage to 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but and it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you dispute it a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the officials.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, got that dagger play, got that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
On second down and 4, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Now Williams running left. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hurry. Get on the tackle and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. The Browns on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And the next-gen stat's going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end. Now Goff on first down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
He's airing it out for Williams. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Browns to take over. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Odell Beckham Jr. with a diving grab. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And from where we said, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches, you say, son.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Goff now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Goff now looking to throw. Open man is Quintez Cephas. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Goff on first down. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion, but this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. So we now proceed to the start of the second half.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Second down, here's Chubb again. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 64 yards rushing for him in the ball game now, 14 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Mayfield finding Beckham. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Touchdown! That's caught. David Njoku, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me, and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that, so you really give yourself an advantage.
And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Out of the gun, Goff. It's caught by Bryant. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Goff on 3rd down. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Chubb. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he's got the hook up to Landry. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Handoff comes to Chubb. And some strong running. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there. Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Nick Chubb, the one to finish it off, as he does so with a touchdown run. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Valentine opting not to return it, and his guys will have it at the 25. Out comes the Cleveland defense. They get ready and set for the next possession. And the interception the last time they were out there ended up leading to a touchdown.
So the only thing they didn't get really was the pick six, because that's what everyone wants. Take it immediately to the end zone. But their offense capitalized on the takeaway and turned it into the 6 points they were looking for.
Yeah, set them up pretty, got the touchdown. Now they're back out there defensively. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
On the draw, Goff will give this to Swift.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Now it's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Malik McDowell
with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And this is caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And give him credit. He deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively. My goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
And the Browns are able to cover this one up. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
Tackle there by Alex Anzalone. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the ball.
fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Jeff Okudah up from his cornerback spot to make the play.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Mayfield. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Parkey adds the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Valentine to return. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's Goff. And that's caught by Williams. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go with Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. To throw is Goff. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Ready to take over again on offense, out comes Cleveland. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. They begin this drive with Chubb. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Second down, here's Chubb again. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now third down as the clock runs.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a